Have you struggled to feel like you don't fit in this world? Like everyone else kind of fits some kind of mold that you just don't fit in, or you were made from a mold that's different from everyone else's. I felt like that my entire life. I've been diagnosed with social anxiety disorder more than once. I've been diagnosed with generalized anxiety. I've been diagnosed with depression and anxiety. And most recently, it was postpartum anxiety after having my first child, which was actually 11 years ago, but the effects of it still stick with me. So, one thing I found in life is that it's really what you make it. It's really, life itself is a combination of your experiences, and your experiences are saved up as memories. Those memories in your head will take on either a positive effect or positive connotation, positive classification, or negative. Okay, some of them you'll store as neutral being not positive or negative, but maybe it just taught you something, or maybe it just was there as a stepping stone to something else, or a necessary lesson, something like that. But really, all these experiences that we have that shape us and become what we remember as our lives have to be remembered as positive or negative. And the reason for that is that we as humans really want to classify things and sort things and have things organized. Okay, and we need that. Otherwise, you just okay, that's it. I've always felt that I didn't fit in this world. I didn't fit in with my family. I was a bit of a black sheep. I didn't fit in with my friends. I had friends, but I always felt like, after I had this certain kind of awakening when I was in grade 11, I was 16 years old and suddenly everything was different. Way too aware of what people allegedly thought of me. And every time I had one of these epiphanies or, these assessments of my social situation, I never really came out on top. I always felt like I wasn't chosen for the team. I wasn't chosen, to date somebody, or, I just wasn't wanted on a social level. Even my twin sister, I felt that she didn't, was disappointed in me. I wasn't the twin that she wanted. She wanted someone more fun, more exciting, more outgoing, more, excited about the things she was excited about. Just was way too aware. Now, what I was also doing was seeing myself as being different from everyone. I always saw what was different. If I found someone with the same religion as me, they went to church more than me, or they knew more than I did about the Bible stories, or the parables. They did the rosary more often than me. Just whatever would make them a better Christian than me would happen in my head. If I met someone who was also becoming a teacher, then they knew more about pedagogy, or about theory, about philosophy, and about human development, child development. Everybody was just sort of different than me. I always noticed the differences. I would notice how even with my twin sister, she's different. She looks different. She has a different nose. She has longer hair. She was always a bit thinner. She had bigger chest. Whatever made her better than me, I would always notice differences between myself and others and say how much I didn't fit in. But just like a glass that is, full of water up to the halfway mark, you could say that this glass is half full or half empty. And it's the same glass, but you're looking at it from different perspectives. Everything can be, seen from a different perspective. Even you feeling alone in the world, anyone, not just you have to pay attention to how you're same, how you're similar, how you are just like everyone else. You are just like everyone else in the sense that you want the same things. You want love, you want acceptance, you want to love yourself, you want to have goals and achieve them, you want to feel successful, you want to feel enlightened, you want to feel like you're heading somewhere, that you have purpose. Everyone is the same that way. Even people who seem very unmotivated or lazy, they also have a motivation to feed their inner soul, feed their laziness is really just us seeing that, like, placing expectations on them that they should be a certain level of productivity, that's just not how they are. So anyways, my point, which I tend to digress a little, my point is that you need to see how you're the same as everyone, not how you're different. Stop classifying yourself on this other level. That's how narcissism begins. The idea of seeing yourself as completely different from everyone else in that you're superior. That's a perspective that's seen as being called delusions of grandeur. Start by seeing yourself completely separate from everyone else. Delusions of persecution start that way as well. Seeing yourself as different from everyone else and that everyone is better. Neither is good. They're both very far ends of the same scale, the same spectrum. So what you need to do is see things more closely to reality as being on a spectrum, on a scale, a sliding scale, that you are very similar in some ways and you're different in some ways. And by different, I mean unique, I mean special, I mean personal to you. You're not supposed to be exactly like anyone else, as every human in the entire world is different. But stop seeing yourself as being completely unique, different, and special, and everyone else is just like, everyone else is a typical human, but you're not. That never ever ends well. How are you different? Please put in the comments, how are you different than everyone else, and how are you the same? How do you contribute to the world in a certain way, and how do others receive you? I want you to try to start really, really seeing yourself as a positive contributor to the world in your own special way, but also that when others seem like they're so much better than you, just see that that's God's way of putting that person in front of you and saying, this person may have a little more knowledge on a topic, or this person might have, a little more experience, but then, you will be that person that has more knowledge and more experience for someone else down the road. So that person can be your mentor. That's why they're in front of you. That's why you've noticed them. Let them be your mentor. Let them take you on under their wing and teach you what they know. See it as an opportunity, not as a roadblock. I love you guys. Have the most wonderful day, and be positively happy.